Alright, what's up guys, it's Chaos here, and today we have a little update video for you guys even. Haven't done a video in a little while, not really any excuses, but nevertheless, here's the update video. So, what you might have noticed there is that my intro has changed. You'll also notice the banner has also changed from Chaotic to Chaos. The main reason for this is I don't like the name Chaotic even. Nothing else, just sort of like a personal preference. Decided to change my name back. But the main update process that I've been going through the past few weeks now has been my competitive side of Call of Duty. Now I'm just going to do the whole story in just one long sort of stream of things. I'm just trying to think of words. I didn't really prepare for this, but nevertheless we're going to go along with it. So, but a couple of weeks ago, I decided to join a team called Team Maxima. You might have been aware of that. We never had a fourth, but the teammates were Tipsy and Jekyll. Unfortunately, that team has finished. They're still teaming together, but I decided to leave due to a lack of playtime. We never really was practicing or anything or doing anything. To be honest, we ended up playing more Advanced Warfare than anything else, which is incredibly frustrating, but nevertheless. About maybe a week or a week and a half ago, I decided to leave Team Maxima and go back to the free agent life. I didn't spend too long being a free agent. I probably spent like a day looking for a team, and then I found a guy called JW, in which we decided to start a team. We are currently playing under the organization Havoc Empire, and our other teammates, so obviously it's going to be me, myself, J or JW, Goggles, and Prophecy. So those are our four at the moment. We've been practicing fairly hard. We struggled on the first day, but we seem to have sorted out our roles. I've fortunately been put into the position of Slayer, so I can now just basically run around and get as many kills as I possibly can. There's still a lot we need to work on. Our game is very weak. We're currently beating teams, but the teams we're playing aren't exactly top caliber players. So any team that's probably like a top amp team, we're probably going to get smacked by, because unfortunately, myself and Jay are very good at slaying, but unfortunately, Goggles and Prophecy are really lacking in the slaying department. So hopefully we can find ways to adapt around the lack of slaying that we have, but that is the current team that we have. So like I said, I'm currently teaming under Havoc Empire. I don't know if I'll leave it in the description, but if I do, I'll leave their Twitter if you want to go ahead and show some support for the organization, because they're going to be the team we're going to be representing. At the moment, in terms of Call of Duty, I have been going through a small phase in which I'm not sure whether or not I want to continue with this Call of Duty. Obviously, I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh god, he's retiring again for the fourth time. But no, that's not the case. I'm currently in a sort of slump at the moment, as I always do. Usually at these stages, I usually just retire. I usually just stop playing Call of Duty and just sort of give up. But nope, I'm trying to fight my way through it. Try to get myself into a regime of being able to balance out a healthy lifestyle and playing Call of Duty at the same time, which is a little bit of a struggle, considering some of those guys aren't on all day, so it makes my life a little more difficult, but nevertheless, I'll find a work around it. But obviously in this free time, I'm making this YouTube video, and hopefully I want to be streaming as well. I want to be back to streaming. I'm not sure what I'd stream, obviously Call of Duty, but outside of that, I'm not sure what else I'd stream. I've been playing a lot of For Honor. That would be a pretty good game to stream. Apart from that, maybe some Project Cars. Project Cars 2 is on the horizon, so I'm going to be playing a ton of that when that comes out, because Project Cars, I don't care what people say, that game is amazing. Everyone's like, oh, Forza is better, but I don't have an Xbox. I'm not going to go out and spend money on toasters, so you can take that Forza and you can keep it in your own little world. But Project Cars for me is probably one of the best racing games I've ever played, so I could stream that, set up my racing wheel and drive away. If you guys would like to see that, go ahead and comment down below. But I want to bring up a little topic. I did briefly go on about how I've been in sort of a slump of Call of Duty at the moment, but I want to talk to you guys about my current competitive ways. Right now, I have a very high competitive drive. I want to compete. I'm desperate to start scrimming. I want to start practicing, because I'm in this sort of phase where, gaming is like kind of like a it's kind of like a high for me at the moment. Like, I'm really wanting to play. I'm constantly playing, and at this time, I'm getting myself hyped, and I'm basically improving my game on gaming on everything. Basically, I'm basically just destroying everyone on public matches or on private matches, whatever it may be. I'm turning up, and I really like these sort of moments that I'm really playing well, and I really want to sort of utilize this time and utilize these positions that I'm in to try and make sure that I'm making the best of this situation. Now, although that might sound, great, that's great, you're improving your play, I cannot ignore the fact that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is not an enjoyable game. Now, let me give you a little bit of a comparison. Now, I'm a fan of Black Ops 3, okay? That's a game that I really enjoyed, and it was really the catalyst that got me in the position that I am in just now, which is where I'm able to, play really well, and I was able to get my name sort of moderately out there, and people knew who I was. People were coming to us for scrims and stuff like that, and coming out to us, for sponsorship offers, and that was amazing for us, especially me, because that never happened to me. In Ghosts, I was a great player, but I wasn't a very nice person to be around. But obviously I changed my ways, and I was in a position where, I was actually being fairly successful on Call of Duty, especially in competitive. And this sort of situation in which, I'm now playing for another team that, perhaps I wouldn't say I'm too good, but I'm certainly one of the better players of the team. I know what I'm doing, I have a lot of experience, and I'm using that knowledge to improve the team. But it doesn't change the fact that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is an awful game. Like I said, I was giving you a little bit of comparison. Black Ops 2, the average playtime I'd go on Black Ops 2 would be probably about 9 hours, maybe 8 hours. And you're probably thinking, well, that's a lot of scrim time and a lot of, GBs and stuff like that. I would probably only do 4 or 5 hours of actual practice, of scrimming, of GBs. And you're probably wondering, well, what did you do for the other 4 or 5, maybe even 3 hours? What did you do in that time? And in that time, I just played Black Ops 3. I would stream it, I would jump on pubs, and I would just pub stomp. And the big difference between Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare is that public matches are not a fun thing to play. Usually I'd be able to get on, get my aim warmed up, get myself hyped, and then I'd go into scrims and practice. And I would always turn up because I'd already played 3 or 4 hours before that, and I've got myself through that sort of bad phase. Because usually when I start playing Call of Duty, the first 30 minutes, hour, I'm playing pretty poor, because it takes me just a bit of time just to get myself into the zone, get myself into a phase where, I can play well. And although that's completely fine, usually in Infinite Warfare, I'm taking that 30 minutes to an hour into practice. And the problem is that I currently feed off of hype mentality, in which if we're losing games, I play worse, which is a really bad trait to have, and I've been trying to find ways to go around it, but unfortunately, that's the case. And what frustrates me more is that our losses are coming from things that shouldn't be losses, things like connectivity, things like bullet registration. We're getting screwed over by awful hosts. And although that's fine in scrims where we can just change host, when we're playing things like GBs, that sticks with us, that goes on our record, the fact that we lost that game. And some of you may have seen my tweets, my rage tweets about how this community has just become nothing but a host fest, and if you're playing Call of Duty, you have to play it for a career. And that's changed the mentality of Call of Duty completely, and it's turning this game and turning the community and turning competitive into something that I don't want to be a part of. I'm one of the few people, especially in my position, where instead of seeing, Call of Duty as, the top professional areas, seeing those young players go up, I'm seeing it from a perspective of a pub stomper. I'm seeing it from the perspective of one of the lower class amateur teams. I'm in the heart of the community. I'm allowing it to grow. Pro players and stuff like that, no matter how hard you play, you're not going to grow the community. The community has to grow itself. That's how it works. It's not about how well you play or how big you can get your organization. It's all about the community and about who's going there. And the reason the community is diminishing is because people just don't have a mentality to play anymore. And this is the situation that I'm in right now, in which I don't want to play Call of Duty. I'm done with it. If I could make this decision, I would just delete Call of Duty and never play it again. Obviously, though, that's not going to happen. I've always come slowly crawling back to Call of Duty because it's something that I'm good at. And obviously, I now have a team sort of to work for. So now I have two things that I'd let down. I'd let down myself because I'd waste time trying to find a new game, but I'd also let my team down, in which they're wanting to practice, they want to go pro, and so do I. But I'm in a position where I know I'm not going to go pro no matter how hard I try, because I will always go through these phases of I'm done with Call of Duty, I'm not going to play it anymore. With that being said, obviously, I'm not going to be quitting COD just yet, but it is something that is going to be here on the horizon. It is something I'm going to heavily talk with my team over, especially when this video goes up, which is today. I'm going to be trying to talk to them about it, because it is something that I need to take into concern, because obviously I'm 19 years old. I need to start thinking about my actual real life career, whether or not I dedicate, I know my chair's squeaking, I hope you can't hear that. I need to really start thinking about whether or not I'm going to take Call of Duty, and more importantly in my competitive career, more serious, because if I want to turn this into a job, I'm going to have to turn up just a notch, but that notch is going to be the biggest life changer of my life, and the biggest life changer of my life. Sick. Whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys and just lay the things down on the table. Judge me as you will. I know there's not that many people listening out there, but for those who are, I do appreciate the support you guys give, especially when people, random people, when I'm streaming, they come at my stream and, they say you're a good player. It happens rare, but I appreciate those people. It really brings my mentality to competitive Call of Duty. In case you're wondering, if I do end up quitting or giving up or changing esports, the chances of me returning to Call of Duty is very high, but I'd probably wait until the next Call of Duty. But if I do quit and I do retire, you'll be hearing my voice a lot more, because what I probably end up doing is I'll probably start trying to grow my brand a bit more seriously, try to upload some more tutorial videos, more streams and stuff like that, and start, less gameplays and more just showing how people to play. A lot of people have said to me, you're a great player, but you know what you better be better at is being a coach, and I probably could be. But I've run out of time, so hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to press the like button, and be sure to subscribe, because it really does help me out. We're at 177 subscribers as this video is going up. I'm sure one or two of you are probably going to unsubscribe because you don't watch my videos, and you're just like, who's this person? I get off my subscription box. But yeah, thank you very much for all support, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.